Hey guys, Adam Hart here, how to beat the Yellow Wind Sage. I'll show you guys two different methods to do that. In the second one, I'll show you guys how to completely prevent him from using a tornado move, which is going to be really useful for you guys. So I'll go over two really useful ways to approach this fight and the best weapon, armor, vessel, and spells to use and the exact order to use all of them. The second method later in the video completely prevents him from spawning a tornado, so make sure you guys hear me out on both of these strategies to beat him, and then you guys decide on which one you like more, alright? So first, use the best weapon at this point in the game in Chapter 2, which is the Cloud Pattern Stone Staff. This does a ton of damage at this early point in the game. This staff increases your damage from charge, smash, heavy attacks. To get this staff, get all 6 Bodha eyes laying around the beginning area of Chapter 2, and then deliver them to this big rock on the ground, which is near the Stone Vanguard. After he awakens, he'll get up and beat the Stone Vanguard, and then once you beat him, the Shigandang, you'll get a recipe for the Cloud Pattern Stone Staff. Then go to any shrine to craft it, and all 6 Bodha eyes is in my How to Find All Bosses in Chapter 2 guide on my channel, linked down below. For the armor, I use Gale Guard, which gives you more focus and reduces the cooldown for all your spells when you do a perfect dodge. And a really cool bonus is the Greaves actually gives you some mana back if you do 3 perfect dodges within a brief moment. This means you can start doing your spells again if you completely ran out of mana, which is pretty useful. If I were to pick a different armor, I'd say the Bronze Armor for an immobilized build. Next, get the Wind Tamer, which is absolutely perfect for the Yellow Wind Sage, because it grants immunity to strong winds, and that's exactly what the Yellow Wind Sage does, and this also massively increases damage reduction after using it, and just having it equipped also slightly increases damage reduction. So this really will make a huge difference in this fight, and to get the Wind Tamer, first complete the Man and Stone questline to turn him into a vendor, to buy the Sovereign Stone from him, which is used in the Drunken Boar's questline, which is how you get to the Chapter 2 secret area, Kingdom of Sahali. There you'll fight a boss called the Tiger Vanguard, who's different than the identically named boss at the Crouching Tiger Temple. And then after you beat the Tiger Vanguard in the Kingdom of Sahali, run up a mountain to the right and talk to an NPC, which triggers the boss fight Fubin. Defeat Fubin to get the Wind Tamer vessel. If you need more detail, I explain all of this in my All Bosses in Chapter 2 video, but there's an overview for you guys. For your stats, I'd put some points into stamina up into the midway section of the skill tree, max out Robust Constitution for maximum health, Rampart Vigor for stamina, and Surgeon Momentum at the bottom for attack power. Then max out Immobilize and Pluck of Many. Now in order to have enough mana to use Pluck of Many after Immobilize, upgrade Spiritual Awakening to increase maximum mana. Now let's get into the fight itself. I have 2 methods for you guys to fight him. The first one uses spells in the first half, and my second method for you guys uses everything in the second half. So here we go with the first method. It starts with Immobilize, then use Pluck of Many, then your Guanzi transformation. In case you don't have Guanzi, he's near Wandering White in Chapter 1. Using Immobilize, Pluck of Many, and your Guanzi transformation will quickly get his health past midway. Then he'll enter the second phase of this fight where he'll fly back and go invisible, and this is when you guys should use Cloud Step because these attacks are harder to dodge. But if you have these dodges down, you can save Cloud Step for later in the fight. Now once he's done being invisible, the next attack he'll do is the kick move that's very fast and is hard to see coming, so watch out for that. And I'll repeat that once more, because that is one of the biggest moves you have to watch out for. After he's invisible, then he does the kick move. After his invisibility part, keep some distance from him because he'll alternate between these 2 moves, the kick move I mentioned, or throwing an orange glow into the ground, hitting it with the staff, then exploding the ground. So stay back after he exits invisibility and time your attacks carefully. There's another attack that's similar with the orange glow. That's when he sticks his hand in the sand. After a short delay, he'll throw up some swords. So when he puts his hand in the sand, wait a moment, then dodge. Then he'll do some big swipes with his weapon, and then dodge underneath him when he spins in the air. He also does a lot of wind attacks in this phase, and this is also when you should use the Wind Tamer vessel. So save Wind Tamer for later, basically when you see a lot of winds. Wind Tamer will be extremely useful against taking less damage from his tornado move as well. To be specific about when to use this, when he goes invisible, dodge his first attack, then use Wind Tamer. Now stay by his feet when you use Wind Tamer so you can rack up all the attacks while he's stunned and you'll absolutely destroy his health. It's important for you guys to know that once you get his health down to almost the word Sage, he'll throw his spear down and summon a tornado by spinning his arms around. You could use Wind Tamer for this late section of the fight if you wanted. Now when he spawns a tornado, keep your distance and let him come to you. This is so he gets away from that tornado, because it's so easy for that thing to catch you off guard. And this is a great time to use Wandering White or your transformation so you don't have to focus on dodging him when that tornado is out. This will stagger him and you can get some hits in without having to worry about the tornado. After Wandering White, you could use your transformation so you don't have to worry about your health, and make sure that when the yellow bar fills up from pressing light attacks, use your special attack by dodging, then press your heavy attack. When he roars, a huge scarab will come out of the ground and it'll land on you in 4 seconds. As soon as it comes out of the ground, count to 3 seconds, then after a short moment, perform a dodge. If you feel uncomfortable, you could use Cloud Step or Rock Solid. However, to save mana, I just run to the side and dodge after 3 seconds. Either count or just dodge when it feels like it's about to land on you, whatever works best for you. As for his other attacks, it's just a matter of learning his moveset and dodging, and just watch out for that fast kick he does, and just try to stay behind him a lot because he'll actually miss you like that. Now I'm going to show you guys the second method to this fight, which is to save Pluck of Many for the second phase, because when he enters that second phase, it'll kill all your duplicates, and if you do Pluck of Many in the second phase, he won't transform again, so your duplicates will be used to their full extent. Personally, I love the second method way more because Pluck of Many lasts longer, and you get rid of his tornado move completely, and we're going to get into that. So for the second method, when the fight starts, get ready to dodge his slash attack. You'll want to get moderately close to him because he'll do multiple slash attacks. I found this is actually easier to dodge compared to what happens when you start the fight far away, which is when he'll do just one slash attack, but then he'll hit you with a really difficult far jumping move. His weapon creates a whirlwind that goes around his body and hits you wherever you're standing. When you start the fight with him, stand a little close to him but not too close, and after dodging these initial slashes, get aggressive, stay close to him, keep attacking him, keep that pressure on, until he spins his staff around in a big circle, and you won't miss it. You see a lot of wind going around, and that's his second phase. After he spins his staff, he'll go invisible, use Cloud Step to dodge these harder attacks, and you have enough mana for Cloud Step because you didn't use mana on the other spells. The really useful move for you to do here is to stay close enough to him that when the wind ends, hit him during Cloud Step to stun him. Immediately after doing that, use Wandering White. I say immediately, don't even try to get some attacks in before doing that, because the very next thing he's going to do after invisibility is his powerful kick move. Now if you connect that Wandering White move, you've basically won the fight, because you're about to create some crazy momentum. While he's stunned from Wandering White, use Pluck of Many, then your transformation, and you'll completely obliterate his health and wonder how this guy was even hard for you in the first place. You'll have enough mana to use Pluck of Many after Cloud Step, as long as you don't use Immobilize. But it's up to you if you like to use Immobilize instead of Cloud Step. Even though he's now going to be distracted by Pluck of Many, just be careful in this section of the fight because of that fast kick move he now uses. After your transformation ends, use Wind Tamer to stagger him for ages while your duplicates continue applying pressure. And what's funny is that he never even had a chance to get his tornado off. Because of that alone, I'd say this second method is the way to go because your Pluck of Many won't be interrupted by a transformation from him, which is what happens when he enters his second phase, combined with completely preventing his tornado. So don't use any spells in the first phase and save everything for the second phase, which starts with you using Cloud Step during his invisibility part. The only real difficult thing about this method is fighting him raw without any spells during that first phase, but that'll just come down to learning his moveset. Alright, now you guys have two different methods to use. Either one would do a ton of damage to him because of everything you equipped and upgraded in the beginning of this video, and the order to use your spells, transformation, and Wind Tamer. Here's some bonus tips for making it to the end of the video. Appreciate you guys watching. You can survive any hard to dodge hits from any boss if you use the transformation Azure Dust, which you can get before fighting this Yellow Wind Sage boss. You get Azure Dust from the Mana and Stone quest, which is in my All Bosses in Chapter 2 guide on my channel. Prioritize getting Wind Tamer. It's the perfect anti-Yellow Wind Sage tool. If you have any trouble during the fight, you can use it sooner. Redeem your Trailblazer gift from pre-ordering or having the deluxe edition of the game by going to a shrine, selecting Trailblazer's gift. If you didn't do either of those, upgrade your gourd at the monkey near the White Cloud Noble boss in Chapter 1, so you can get your health to max when you drink and other benefits as well. Use pellets to buff yourself, and fight other bosses, or do the best early game XP whale and Minecore farm, which I post on my channel to level up. Now with these tips, you're already in a better position to fight him. Go whoop this guy. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching.